everyone. Before I dive into the work that I have, the completed final logos, I am just going to reiterate this assignment, how we are using a new program that is a web-based program. You do not need to download anything, okay? This is the link, this is the practice image that you would upload in the program, and this is the video going over all the how-tos, how to set up the program, how to log in, creating the account, and then everything else as well, okay? Including saving your work and uploading it. So I am excited for this. Hopefully we can make it work for next Tuesday submission. If you have any questions, you need to be asking me those questions, either messaging me throughout the week, including weekends. I always answer my students. Or you could also, on Thursdays at 10 o'clock, I'm going to have a live office hour. So you can jump in there at 10 o'clock on Thursday and ask some questions in there. So let's get into the work. I'm going to start off with Dane, I'm very happy that this is a PSD. Shows me that you have been using Photoshop. Even though I can't see the layers here, I wonder if you merged them all or what. But I am pretty excited that you're using Photoshop here, Dane. So it looks good. I like the colors. A little bubbles inside of the letters definitely add to it, in the kind of curviness to the letters. I do like that the liquid is a little bit smaller than the life. Makes it fit a little bit nicer. And life, you know, is kind of like the main theme of your product too. So good job, Dane. I like it. All right, Brooke. The Frizzwiz looks good. A little chest hair too. Nice. Frizzwiz looks like a scam artist kind of, but I like it. Frizz, no frizz, thanks to the whiz. Good. Yeah, and it's a nice little doodle. You know, the hand's a little weird looking, but obviously, wish I was there to help you out. But good job. The face is definitely nice, and the little sparkle in the eye is good too. And I'm assuming that's like the little bottle or something that he's holding, so that's nice as well. Tyler, overall pretty sloppy, not gonna lie. Scribble, 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 scribble. I do believe my 6th graders could do a better job coloring this in. The COVID, you know, I think it would have been better if it was centered, right? Not C-O-V-I and then squeaking the D in there. And is that a E right here? See, I don't even know E to what, so I can't necessarily read that either, which isn't the best. If your person can't read what your product is, obviously they're not going to buy your product. So there could have been some improvements here. Nadia, on time submission this week. Thank you very much. Butterfly drink. Nice. Simple, elegant, effective. I like that you added the flowers on the end of the letters. The letters could have been a little bit thicker, I think. But overall, good job. I think connecting those T's are a nice subtle touch as well with the curves to it. So yes, this is good. Some pencil marks right there, Nadia. Some pencil marks. How hard would it have been to erase those, right? So maybe next time be a little bit better with that. And now I'm noticing the kind of yellow hue you threw on the back there. All right. That's good, I guess. I think it would have been just as effective without it, but you know, trying to add something else, so that's good. Dennis. Simply. So that's what the name we're going with is, just Simply. I'm assuming because that's the only thing I see. Good combination. I think it would have been a little bit better if we didn't add the greenish color and we just had blue and white. That way it would relate to this, because right now this illustration up here, let me get my brush. The top illustration seems different than this. They don't seem connected because I don't see this green color anywhere in here. So they do kind of seem a little bit separated. But great illustration, must say. Very good job. The thumb is probably, if I'm getting technical, the thumb would probably want to come out to like here. The thumb is extremely small. It looks like a pig thumb. But good job, Dennis. Looks good. Simple logo for Allison. Supergiant. Happy you made the letters a bit thicker. But the thing that kind of gets lost, right? And looks like you have a combination. No. So like some basic stuff, right? Your capital G is as big as your lowercase g. That's, you know, and your lowercase a and your lowercase n. So I'm wondering if all of them should have been capital, or all of them should have been lowercase, or there should have been a difference between a capital letter and a big letter. Remember in grade school when you have the 2 or 3 lines to write on, and capitals go up to the top line and lowercases go to the middle line. So that's something that could have been a little bit better, but good job. PF, Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness. Perfect flavors. All right. Yes, every time I see this, I am thinking Planet Fitness. Good thing that this isn't purple, because then I'd really think that. Oh, I see that you have a Mac desktop, so a Mac computer, so that's good for the next assignment. I think you have a little bit easier time with a Mac. Yep. Simple. Simple and effective. Typical word mark. Tim, this looks good, man. This is very good. I like the way you outlined it, Timothy. Made that border nice and dark. I'm assuming you have like Sharpies or something, but then you don't have the colored Sharpies, which is fine. Which is fine. I do like the subtle kind of T. It would be nice if it was like a gradient, so if it faded to the color, like it went from red up here, and then as it went down, it got to orange instead of just that harsh change. This is a little... So I know that it's a C and a C. However, you should have connected lines here as well to make it look like it's a C overlapping another C, because it is very easy to see a C and then an E. You see that? The top, bottom, middle. Kind of looks like an E because it doesn't have that overlap. So having that overlap would have probably helped. But it looks good, Tim. And I see you are watching the videos because you got my comment about not needing to draw the box around it. You kind of used the piece of paper as your box. This is nice and big, Tim, so well done indeed. Dustin, take a seat. Take a seat. Image rotation, counterclockwise. Oh, that is the wrong way. 180. All right. One thing for sure that I would like to see are these like in pen or a Sharpie. Maybe you don't have those, and that's, you know, obviously something that you can't do. But if you have them, use them. I don't know if you tried to do these kind of little subtleties on the letters, like getting thicker on the outsides. If you did, it could have been done a little bit more clearly, or maybe, you know, that's why I'm not sure if you meant to do that or not. You know, some of the letters seem a little bit crooked too, and it would have been, I wonder what you did first. I wonder if you drew the seat first and then drew the letters, or drew the letters and then drew the seat, because I think you could have added some space, like so the letters don't touch the actual seat, right from, you know, right here and right here, so it doesn't feel so cramped, and you would have still been able to get it, because you see take a seat, and even if you just read take seat, then you'll see the A. Oh, take a seat. So those are my comments on that, Dustin. Thanks for getting it done, though. Seat looks good. A little bit off perspective wise, but that's a whole drawing lesson in itself. These, you know, foreshortening is quite hard. It would be more like this. Go up, have it out, and then look more like that, right? But, all right, good job, Dustin. This looks lovely. I like it a lot. Where do I want to go? I want to go counterclockwise. So I love it. Very nice. Sour sweets. Brings me back to like my 5th grade days when I loved the sour candy. It's crazy how unhealthy some of these candies were when I was growing up. Maybe, I don't even know if they're still around, those dips. Like, you had basically a cane that was just made of sugar, and you just dipped it into sugar, and you were just eating sugar. But this is what that reminds me of. But it's good. And I love these little subtleties, as I said before. I think the yellow and orange are a good color. They are like, it's like a sour color. Like, I could see like the candies being these color, and I'm getting that like weird feeling in my mouth that I get when I think of sour things. Like Warheads. Oh, Warheads. Haven't had one of those in forever. But yes, this is great. This is great. I love it. Well done. Keep it up. Airhouse. Up. Well done. Well done. Colored pencil. You got some rich color with that colored pencil. I wonder if it's a Prismacolor or if it's a Crayola. I want to say Prismacolor because I don't think Crayola can get this, you know, rich of color. But if it is Crayola, well done. You used your tools very well. It looks like you have a nice little kind of gradient going around here, Bianca, which is very nice to see. It's a beautifully drawn house with the little shingles on top. You got the balloon. I still think it would have been cool to have a couple balloons, you know, going out. Unless it's just this one balloon is super powerful. But, you know, that's my opinion. Ooh, we got a little gradient on the windows too, so well done. I like it, Bianca. A maze pop. It is an amazing pop. So yeah, this is kind of would have wanted it to go like that, right? Because right now, the way I'm looking at it, the maze pop doesn't have a ring going around it. It has a ring on going above it. And if that's what you wanted, then, you know, great. However, if you're going to draw it going around it, you'd want to right here and then boop, cut off, pop out on the other side, and ring it. And then you could have put the stars here. And then that would have looked like it's going around. And have this. So you can see how that already looks a little bit better. But, you know, it looks great. Obviously, I'm not going to be a stickler on the drawing part because I can't be there to help you, and I'm not just going to expect you to know that. I do like the little subtlety with the orange outside and the yellow inside. It makes it more Amaze Pop-ish. I still think that I would have liked to see, you know, maybe if these weren't orange and yellow, maybe if they were purple and greens to relate it to here. Because right now you just got a bunch of colors going on. Normally in the graphic design world, you want to stick to like 3 colors per logo. That's kind of like the rule of thumb these days. But again, things that I'm just talking about. I don't expect you to know, because the learning world that we are in right now calls for different type of grading policies. So, good job, Amanda. Drew Andrew. I-ho. So, first things first, I think the eye should have been much thicker. Right? It should have been like, so I could actually see that eye. I can see it, but barely. So it would have been nicer to see a thicker eye, and that wouldn't have been that much harder to do, right? Wouldn't have been that much harder to do. And Andrew, thank you very much for not using this loose leaf paper and driving me crazy, taking that computer paper. Hopefully you got some more if we need to go back to it, but hopefully we go into the digital realm in the coming weeks and finish up like that. So, yes, that's my comment on that, Andrew. And the bricks, obviously, that's just another thing. Oh, excuse me. That's just another thing that, you know, I can't really be a stickler about because I'm not there to help you out. It's a lot of preconceived drawing skills that we're going off of rather than me introducing new ones, which is painful for me, but good job, Andrew. And Hannah with the beautiful gradient. Remedy. Remedy. I like it. I'm doing gradients with my 6th graders right now. So I think I already told you that too. Great idea, taking a Sharpie or whatever type of black marker and making those outlines nice and bold. I really love to see that. Now that I'm looking at it, I do wonder if it would have been better if, say, if the black boldness stopped here, and on this side it stopped like here, and then you had kind of just the points fade in. I think that would have been nice. But all right, good job, everyone that handed it in. If you didn't hand it in, you should definitely, because this is a project grade. So if you have a 0 for a project grade, obviously that was worth more than if you were to have a 0 for one of the earlier assignments. So let's dip into the assignments real quick. You got this. So product logo design. These were all just participation grades. Your design journal was your typical design journal, which is a quiz grade. And then this logo final is a project grade. So if you missed these two, design journal and logo final, you best be making that up, because that is going to really, really hurt your grade. And in order to make up the logo final, you have to complete all these too. So make sure we're doing the right things, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's not the easiest world we're living in right now, but let's make the best of it. And I'm looking forward to seeing some digital submissions next week. Peace.